Hello and welcome back to Odyssey, everybody. A couple weeks ago in November 2024, I got an opportunity that not many people get to do, a real bucket list opportunity. Me and some of my coworkers got the opportunity to play a round of golf in Japan. Now, because this was such a unique opportunity and I wanted to enjoy the experience to its fullest, I did not film a course vlog video. So instead, in this video, I'm going to give you guys a rundown of what the experience was like, highlight some of the key points in the round and what we scored. And I did manage to take a bunch of cinematic videos of the golf course, so I'm going to combine that with a bunch of photos we took to make a nice relaxing nature video of the golf course and the scenic Japan, and also function as kind of a good home movie for me and my coworkers to remember the trip by. Enjoy! This looks crazy. The elevation change in these greens playing in the mountains is wild. Alright, we got really lucky there and we absolutely pounded that first tee shot down the fairway. Expectations were very high from my coworkers because they know that I play a lot of golf, so it felt really good to be able to just crush that one down the fairway. But just wanted to quickly break down some of the cool things from checking in and getting started with the round of golf before we kind of go back into kind of the cinematic shots and the rest of the course vlog. So the first thing was, as you guys immediately noticed on that first tee shot, is the elevation changes in Japan are insane. So obviously we're playing in the mountains because Japan's pretty mountainous, but every hole was like this. This course was a very, very technical course because the altitude changes were insane, and then there were a lot of weird dog legs and rivers cut in the fairways. And on top of that, I was obviously over there for work, so I didn't have any of my equipment or clubs. So I was using rental golf clubs, rental shoes, everything. So that kind of added an extra layer to the challenge, on top of not already knowing my distances when it's a 70-foot or 20 or 30 meter elevation change from each hole. So that was pretty crazy. The clubhouse, my understanding for the Japanese clubhouses is you're supposed to show up dressed really fancy and nice, and then you get changed into your golf clothes when you get there in like a locker room. So one cool thing I saw in the locker room is they had like the advertisement campaign for the Zozo Championship. So that was pretty cool to see. It had Tiger Woods on it and everything. And then kind of the last cool thing for check-in was actually the golf carts. So the golf carts are 4-person golf carts at the place we played. So that was kind of nice that everyone in our group could be riding together, having a good conversation in just like a single cart. But the other really cool thing about the carts is on the electronic tablet where you can see like the course map and yardages and everything. They also had like a real-time score entry and scorekeeping feature. So our group had 7 people. So what we could do is we could enter in our scores, and then the people behind us would enter in their scores, and they would be all synced up so we could see one giant leaderboard of all 7 people and keep like a running total. So that was really cool and also really useful because as we got to the last couple holes, it was kind of getting down to the wire of who was going to win. So it was cool to kind of see that like real-time leaderboard like you're competing. So that was really, really cool. The last thing I'll mention is that real-time electric scoring also reported all the scores directly to the clubhouse. So for like club tournaments and handicap calculation, that was super, super convenient as well. So that's all I wanted to mention about the like initial check-in process. Let's go ahead and get back into the video. And that's the front 9. Really, really enjoyable round of golf so far. Swing thought's a little bit inconsistent, so our ball striking hasn't been totally pure, but we're just out there having a good time and enjoying the scenery, so it's no problem at all. Probably one of the most interesting points about playing golf in Japan is the next part, which is actually lunchtime. So in Japan, you play 9 holes, then there's about a dedicated hour-and-a-half, 2-hour break where you can go eat lunch, do some practice if you want to try to fix something in between the round, whatever you want to do. But there's kind of this dedicated time where you can eat and relax before you go and play the back 9. So I found that very, very interesting, but we had a nice team meal there, enjoyed that before moving on to the back 9. Pressure's on.
Yeah. If there's one you don't want to shank, it's this one.
Excellent, excellent.
Perfect.
a wrap. So you guys are probably wondering what we shot on that 18 holes. I still can't get over the fact that I even got the opportunity to play golf in Japan. But per the official scorecard from the club, they give you this nice printout from the digital system, we shot a 92. So we managed to pull off the victory, just sneaking in at the last couple holes there. But 92 is pretty good considering the circumstances. So didn't have the opportunity to practice for a couple weeks and using all rental equipment. So, and especially considering the elevation changes and first time playing over there, I would say 92 is pretty good for me. To go through some of the key points before we wrap up this video, so like I mentioned earlier, front nine was a little rough with too many swing thoughts, and we shot a 49 there. We were still trying to gauge the distance in our swing. But I did only manage to have one out of bounds in the entire round, which came on the 15th hole, or the 6th hole rather, for us because we started on the back nine. But I shot a triple bogey 8 there. That one was a really long hole, and then there was a river about 3/4 of the way down. So after the initial tee shot, I was on a bank on the right side, and you guys saw those mountains, but I had like a super up ball above my feet lie baseball swing that I had to do, but it was like 180 to carry the river. So the highest iron I had in the rental bag was a 6-iron. So I really tried to lean on it, but we just caught the cliff face and tumbled into the OB. So we had to take that stroke there, and that's why we ended up with a triple, but only losing one ball I would say is pretty good considering how tight those fairways were and how difficult it was to gauge the yardages. Back nine, much better. We shot a 43. I really turned on the gas because my Japanese coworker kept reminding me the score every hole and how we were kind of neck and neck with one of my other coworkers in the cart. So I was really turning up the competitive juices there, and we managed to shoot 43 on the back nine. One other funny thing that happened was there was one hole when all 4 of us landed in the exact same bunker right next to each other, and we all had to hit the exact same bunker shot. So managed to get it out, just powered it a little bit, but that was a pretty funny situation. And kind of the last thing I'll recap for the round is I really cannot get over how steep those holes were. Like almost every hole had like a caution sign to like not drive fast because it was really, really steep. It was basically like a roller coaster in the back of that golf cart, if I'm being honest, but super, super fun. And again, just to recap, I cannot get over how grateful I am to have this experience and how awesome it was to play golf over there. So thank you guys for watching and indulging in this with me. Hopefully my coworkers, I don't know if they ever discover this video, they enjoy this kind of home movie I made for them, and look forward to seeing you guys next time.